Welcome to another very special edition of Books in 140 Seconds. We have reached our fourth episode of The Giller, and we are talking about Johanna Skibsrud's The Sentimentalists. Basically what we have is we have a story of a young girl trying to get to know her father better, and her father is this kind of haunted man who was absent for portions of her youth and has been to Vietnam and is always and now is kind of dealing with the ghost of what happened there. And so it's about her trying to figure him out while dealing with her own kind of losses and kind of bridging the gap that's always existed between them.
Yeah, so she's young and trying to figure it out. He's old and trying to figure it out, and they're all a little bit crazy. But this book is not about narrative at all. It's about the prose. And Johanna does a really good job of creating very weighted sentences that you have to take some while to unpack. They're filled with symbolism, they're filled with metaphor, and it just, a lot can happen with one comma, which I really appreciated. But after 150 pages, you get kind of tired of just being like, wow, that sentence was so heavy and beautiful. What did you think?
Not the best subway reading, very difficult to read in transit, but the sentences are quite ponderous, quite weighty, and I found that kind of tiring at times. I did find the section where we get to go to Vietnam with Napoleon actually quite refreshing. There it seemed that there was a little bit more clarity, things were a little bit more straightforward. We had more of a narrative thread, which seemed to be what's missing from the first part. There are a lot of elements happening, lots of her mother and Napoleon and Owen and Henry and the house and the unfinished boat, and she kind of drops in all of these things, and some of which have a very heavy symbolic weight, like this boat that is never finished, like this house, this flooded town that is beneath the murky depths. But I felt that I just wasn't. I don't know if I didn't have the time or I wasn't as willing to plumb into those depths as I might have been.
The payoffs for all the different parts was really underwhelming. I did appreciate all the moving parts and just how much she was trying to pack into each character and each setting. Unfortunately, the payoff isn't quite there for a novel, and I think it would have worked much better as some strongly linked short stories exploring each character and each theme she wanted to address. That said, it's a good read. It's a heavy read, but the book is beautiful.
The book is beautiful. Kudos, Gasper Press. It's beautiful, wonderful to feel, like wonderful to hold.
You're reading some weighty literature when you just hold this thing. So you don't even have to read it. Just sit in the subway and be like, yeah, I'm impressed.
Just fondle it.
I'm important. Look how nice this book is. And then everyone will be impressed by you. So that's number 4.